Let's compare different forms of quadratic equations. We have completing the square form, which is x squared plus 2kx plus k squared equals x plus k squared. We have the standard form of the quadratic, ax squared plus bx plus c equals a times x plus question mark squared. Let's consider the case where x squared plus 2kx plus k squared, like here, equals x squared plus bx plus c, like here. So we have 2kx here equal to bx. So the middle terms are equal. Therefore, 2k equals b, because we can cancel out the x's. Then k equals b over 2, because we divide both sides by 2. So k squared equals b squared over 4, because we square that. So here we have the regular completing the square form, and here we now have b over 2, and then b squared over 4 as our completing the square. Here's the standard form of the quadratic equation where a equals 1 and c equals b squared over 4. X squared plus bx plus b squared over 4 equals x plus b over 2 squared. And here we have a visual representation. Exercises. Complete the square and check your answers. Alright, so in this first one, 10 is b. Therefore, this square is b squared over 4. So that would be 100 over 4, which is 25. And this square would be b over 2. So 10 over 2, and that's 5. Alright, so if b is 16, then this will be 16 squared divided by 4, which is 64. And this would be b over 2, which is 8. Here, if b is 2, then b over 2 will be 1, and b squared over 4 will be 1 as well. Finally, we have x squared minus 18x plus question mark. 18 is b, therefore b over 2 is 9, and b squared over 4 would be 81, 9 squared. Completing the square on one side. Here's a strategy for solving problems. If we have x squared plus or minus bx on the left side of an equation and a constant c on the right side, we can add in this value b squared over 4 to the left and the right sides so that we can factor the left side. That will make it easier to solve the problem. So, for example, we have x squared plus 8x equals 9. Well, we don't really know what to do with this. But what we can do is complete the square on the left side so that we can factor it. So x squared plus 8x, to complete the square, we would divide this 8 in 2 and then square it. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, squared is 16. Then all we have to do is add 16 to the other side to keep it even. Because if you add 16 to both sides, that's allowed because they would cancel out. So we add 16 to both sides, and now look what you can do. Now this becomes x plus 4 squared equals 25, and that's our new problem. So if we do that here, we have x squared minus 18x equals 19. Completing this square, we would divide 18 by 2, giving us 9, and then square it, and we get 81. So now this is going to be x minus 9 squared on this side. All right. Moving on, h squared plus 14h plus question mark. Well, 14 divided by 2 is 7, squared is 49. So we can add 49 to both sides, and then all of a sudden this becomes h plus 7 squared.